Let's go to our panel now. Liberal MP Jason Falinski from the Labor Party, Patrick Gorman. Gentlemen, thanks both for your time. I might just start with you, actually, Jason. No, we're going to start with Patrick, just having a slight issue there with Jason. I might start on superannuation. We're seeing reports today the government won't make any changes to either the rate or access to it. So are you going to cancel the bunting, saying save our super, or are you just going to run the campaign anywhere a la Medicare?
Well, we've had hundreds and hundreds of articles, speeches and opinion pieces by Liberal Party politicians saying that they want to can the super increase. We now have one story in The Australian saying that they're not going to do it. I'll wait to see what they do on budget night. I note that even in that article in The Australian today, there were unnamed Liberal Party MPs saying that the Treasurer just needed a little bit more courage because apparently the politics and the policy all lines up on this. So I don't think that this is dead within the Liberal Party. There's clearly division internally on this issue. I'm sure when some Liberal MPs, including Jason, who we know wants to cut super, when he saw that article, I bet he was on the phone to Josh Frydenberg saying, you've sold us out, you've let down the Aussie squad, you know, we've been out there campaigning for years. I'm not convinced that this is the end of their campaign to cut super.
Jason is with us now. Jason, are you disappointed?
Look, Tom, I'm just disappointed for Australians. I mean, you know, ACOS has come out, ACOS, the Grattan Institute, Treasury, Ken Henry, they've all said the same thing, that increasing the super guarantee does not do ordinary Australians any good. But look, you know, it's legislated. The Prime Minister's made it clear that that legislation will ensure that the increases go forward.
Is it a lack of courage from your government?
No, I don't think so. I think it's, you know, the misuse of money by industry super that are basically taking members' money to run a political campaign. I just think that, you know, if Patrick and the Labor Party were sincere about this, they'd be criticising the Industry Super Association for running $1 million or millions of dollar campaign against federal parliament using other people's money. And over again, we see industry super when they have to pay fines.
But you were scared off by it, apparently, your government was.
Were we? I don't know that we were. I think that the Prime Minister made it very clear.
Wasn't that what you're saying, that it's because of this ad campaign? Legislation. I said, was it a lack of courage?
No, I'm saying,
so you were scared off by it.
No, I'm saying that because, you know, that there are real and genuine problems in the superannuation sector where the industry super is allowed to use ordinary Australians' money, hard-working Australians' money, to run political campaigns that are not in their interest, but in the interest of the millionaire fund managers that donate and support the Labor Party over and over again.
But Pat, I want to get to the nub of the issue that you alluded to. Jason wanted access to super, a few of his colleagues as well, for affordability for housing, for first home buyers. The problem's there right now. Is Labor going to take a substantial policy to the election on this?
Oh, I can answer that, no.
Well, first, let's be clear. The Liberal Party, every couple of months, has a new idea on what they want to spend your superannuation on. They want to spend it on people's redundancy payments when they lose their job during the pandemic. They wanted to spend it on people escaping domestic violence. They want to spend it on aged care. They want to spend it on housing. They are the ones who are raiding superannuation to get your money to pay for their crazy ideas. So let's be clear about who's actually spending superannuation money.
What about you? What about your party?
It's an outrageous idea to allow people to have access to their money.
Labor is the only party who's come out with a proper plan.
The Labor Party believes that it's their money.
Come to you in a moment.
It's their money.
Patrick, will Labor have a policy on housing affordability, a major one, a substantial one, taking this election?
No, they don't. They only have a policy about how to take more people's money away
give
from
Patrick a go here.
Okay.
I think Jason's getting all his anger out at Josh Frydenberg through this interview. So I think that's what's going on there. He came in angry and now he's taking it out on me and you, Tom.
As therapeutic. That's quite true.
Here to help, Jason. Labor is the only party who's come out with a substantive plan, a $500 million commitment to social housing. We know that is the best thing we can do.
But that's not getting people into their first home, Patrick.
No, it's not. It's a make-work scheme for their mates.
Big pressures
when will Labor stand up for Australians instead of their donors?
Jason.
That's it.
It is a plan to help low-income and essential workers get into public housing. Now, I know there will be more policy
I've
on
got 30
both
seconds
sides
left for
about
you,
housing
Patrick.
affordability.
There's more on the way, is there? Is that the answer to that?
I think Labor's shown time and time again through the National Rental Affordability Scheme and other initiatives we're committed to affordable housing.
All right. Still looking for that first home buyer.
Am I allowed to speak?
Jason,
Can I say something now?
you may, but I'm going to give you some context first of all. That's how the panel goes. What about your party? Are you hoping for a substantial housing affordability plan, a new one between now and the election?
Look, Tom, absolutely. I mean, what we need is more housing for more Australians so they too can have their part of the Australian dream. I mean, let's not, sugarcoat this. There is a whole generation of Australians who can't afford to get into the Australian property market. We live on the least densely populated continent in the world with housing prices that are equivalent to the most densely populated city-states in the world. It is unreasonable, it is unfair, and it is unjust. And Labor's answer to this is to give more money to their millionaire fund manager donors and social housing, which has not actually solved any problem whatsoever, except created and exacerbated the problem. If we are serious about this, then we should be saying to the state governments very clearly that they need to reform their planning laws. We have seen in Tokyo, we have seen in other parts of the world, that if you want to substantially, materially reduce homelessness, and I thought the regressive woke left were all about helping the most marginal and vulnerable in our society. Well, you don't get much more marginal and vulnerable than the homeless. When the Tokyo government reformed their planning laws, they reduced homelessness by 80%. But Labor's answer to this is to take more of your money, give more of your money to their donors in industry super.
All right, we're actually out of time, Patrick. I'll give you more time next time.
That's good, because I don't follow a thing of what Jason just said.
I think we've answered the question as whether or not Jason was disappointed. We'll leave it there. Wild ride as ever. Gentlemen, talk next week.